No, I do not need my glasses at all, but I will have them close to me if I need them. I can't lean back because this chair, I be wanting to lean back all the time. Because when I'm recording, usually I don't be on TV. Usually I don't be on the YouTube. But now, tonight I am. And tonight you are as well. Finally, The Rock has come back to Confidence in the Klutch and got our shit together. And we ready to roll. You ready to roll?
All the way together.
Man, all the way turned up.
Were you singing that earlier?
I think I was.
I'm like, why is that in my head?
Man, are you fucking ready though? Are you fucking ready? For episode 9 of the Pynk Reverberation podcast on the Confidence in the Klutch Network, where we gonna talk about 210
Man.
Mississippi Rule.
Mississippi Rule.
Mississippi Rule.
And this gonna be a little bit more than a Mississippi Minute right here.
Man. We were gonna go live, but we said fuck it. We first we gotta do this. We gotta get it together on this aspect of the game. So, Hotep. What's going down? It's your boy Deezy, Deezos, Deezy D, Don P, Don D. And she's
Kels, what's up, y'all?
She's Kels, K Bells, and Kelly Snow.
Kelly Snow.
Yeah, like Tina Snow.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Is Megan, since you older than Megan thick like you. So we're gonna call you Kelly Snow, but that means you a pimptress too.
You think she's a pimptress?
I mean, do you know where she got that name from? Pimp C.
Really?
One of his aliases. Yeah. With Supreme Confidence, you listen to today's episode of the Pynk Reverberation podcast on Confidence in the Klutch Network. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms, confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Klutch. Subscribe, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K and the K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Klutch. Coming up, you already know what we on. Episode 210, Mississippi Rule. What we know so far, favorite moment of the show, quotable moments on the show, current episode synopsis, open the scene of the show, end the scene. Like always, we bring you quality content with strong opinions and facts. Confidence in the Klutch. We are feared more than love, but never hated. Y'all come fuck with us, man, for a minute. A Mississippi minute. Confidence starts right, motherfucking, if I can get my cursor together, now. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the Klutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Kels, Bells, K Bells, all that.
What's going on?
Oh shit! Just looking at shit, trying to see what's going on. That shit moving fast as hell, ain't it? I'm used to it being on a big ass screen.
I know.
That shit moving fast.
I know.
It's cool though. What's cracking? You ready to get into it?
Let's get into this.
Okay. I'm a little bit discombobulated because I'm going from the wrong side. I keep on switching my shit up. But as y'all see, YouTube, we here. All right. What we know so far, 3:30. Remember that because I can't get to the. I ain't making no excuses. Shit. We almost live, but we ain't. I always forget a piece of the pie. 3:30, y'all. What we know so far?
Man, what we know so far? So episode 201, the pandemic is brought to the Pynk it's brought the Pynk to lockdown. Pussyland is the new Pynk. Mercedes does not like her cut. Autumn is the new owner and has given Uncle Clifford 15% ownership of his own club. The pandemic bans have been lifted and then there's no more lockdown. Autumn wants to bring in new dancers, but Mercedes doesn't due to the pandemic. Mayor Tydell Ruffin passed away. Keyshawn and Lil Murder's making it happen. Lil Murder still wants Uncle Clifford and had a creative block. Keyshawn is still with crazy ass Derek. Lil Murder wants to go on tour with Keyshawn.
Mm-hmm.
Diamond is not fucking with Keyshawn.
Not at all.
Mercedes has no dancers for her dance team, and Andre is back to lay his godfather down. My nigga,
Tydell Ruffin. Episode 202, Promised Land still wants to land. The Pynk is on. Kyle Corbin has a plan to buy the Pynk. Inner Whisper, Roulette, and Big Bone, who are new booties at the Pynk. Montavious' spirit is heavy in the champagne room. Autumn is struggling to turn to run the Pynk, especially when Uncle Clifford wasn't there due to his born day, when his people kidnapped him and threw him a surprise party, and he cost him head. Little Murder gets the team together to go on tour. Keyshawn gets Derek to let her go on tour with Little Murder by using that whopping game. Sadie's is carrying too much weight financially and in her spirits. Diamond got the negative energy out of Sadie's, that's 7 pounds of pressure. Andre is back up to the bullshit again, checking on Autumn at 4:45 when the club closed at 5. 2:03. The tour is lit. Autumn gives Uncle Clifford 31 instead of 15%. Sadie's takes the coach's proposal and meets Farrah. Roulette is breaking all of the rules. Patrice Woodbine is a motherfucker. Clifford got on that pole. Big T is the security that needs security. Andre is running for mayor. 2:04. The Pynk needs to get covert proofed due to violations. Roulette whooped Brazil's ass over our diversified revenue stream. Kyle came through and doubled the offer. Andre and Brittany are over. Sadie's and Farrah have a situationship. Little Murder and Mississippi are still on tour, but Big Teak is bugging. What we thought was Little Murder and Big Teak came to fruition. 2:05. Everything Mississippi. We learn her backstory mixed in. See, I don't like this, Kels, because I'm reaching across my body. I don't like this at all. We got to get this right. Everything Mississippi. We learn her backstory mixed in with current events. All I got to do is use my left hand, huh?
You're not a lefty.
I'm not a lefty, though. Met Derek at cheer practice. Stepmoms is a bitch. Stepsisters are a trip. Derek took her to the cracker bar, gave him some cooch, and he blames her for his parents turning their backs on him. Rome has a plan to save Mississippi if she fucks him. Little Murder's tripping on how Rome got Mississippi at night in the A. Derek was abused by his father. That's why he's abusive. Mississippi broke down the whole stripper shit to Rome, and that she's in control. Rome threatened to out Little Murder. Rome tried to take the pussy, and she fought him off. Wody got her back home, and he killed Rome. 2:06. Diamond and Big Bone got it in, and she saw Montavious' sister's ring. Murder brought Tika a car, and they addressed their situation. Autumn is on her way to Andre's mayoral fundraiser. Key pulled the gun she stole from Autumn, but couldn't leave Derek. Sadie's and Farrah heat up in the bedroom, and Coach kicks Sadie's out. Roulette is jealous of Whisper and takes the bait from Duffy. Big Teek's mind, body, and soul are tired, and he takes himself out in front of Murder. Terica is pregnant. Uncle Clifford and Haley have a conversation about how much to sell the Pynk for. Murder and Clifford have a conversation about who each of them is and want to be. Mercedes and Terica go to Jackson for a consultation about an abortion. Haley tells Key she can help her get away when she's ready. Murder and Clifford bond or they have sex. Sadie's, episode 208, is catching up with her. Sadie's age is catching up with her ass, and she is constantly losing. Clifford is nobody's mistress. Rides for Sadie's, get at Autumn's, and Kyle about saving the Pynk and the mayoral race. Murder questioned Clifford about who he was with. He buried Big T and killed Pico. Autumn has a plan to get Key out and is holding out for $10 million after Georgie offered $5 million. Ooh, a lot of shit that happened this episode. A lot of shit that I'm reading really got brought in his head now. Key got Derek to let her dance again and came back to the Pynk in fashion, whispering roulette on some other shit. Episode 209, Andre uses the Pynk strippers and Patrice dances on the pole and throws it for votes. Sadie's recognizes she's not the one anymore. Key got the passports and tickets to get out of town. Big Murder recognizes he can get out of Chuckalisa. Farrah gives the world the Mercedes experience. Roulette came through Flossie and tried it with Duffy, who took the bait. Tina Snow came through the Pynk. Murder night number 2 ended with a fight, and Key was saved off of the stage by Diamond and kissed him. Kyle paid Clifford $250K to whip him in the champagne room. Uncle Clifford, Big Clifford, fired Big L. Big Bone is sending the picture of Octavius' ring. That gets us to episode 210, y'all. Current episode, Mississippi Rules. Synopsis. It's the big finale, y'all. New beginnings and endings abound in Chuckalisa. All right. Favorite moments, quotable moments of the show. Queen gets to go first.
So this episode, it was just so much going on. It was just, I think my favorite scene in the episode was Mercedes' last dance.
Okay.
That was my favorite scene because she was on the stage,
yeah.
and it was something I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Did not expect it, but she came out with I don't know why I'm gonna call him Uncle Murder. Came out with Little Murder, Big Murder now.
Big Murder.
Big Murder and Big Murder
motherfucker.
he came out, did his 7 pounds of pressure, which
Man.
that was amazing. That was like the pinnacle of I'm not gonna say that, well, for that particular character. That was I don't know what it was. It was something about that particular, him coming out there and doing it and just going a cappella with it and then bringing in the music, and then Mercedes dancing
Make a hot bitch.
to that, the conversation that they had between themselves. You know what I'm saying? Him telling her, you the reason why, everybody comes to the Pynk. You know what I'm saying? You the reason why. You that bottom bitch, basically.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite scene.
Yeah. For me, it's the intro again. Like, it was just so much going on in the first 15 minutes, from Andre and Bree having that conversation, Murder and Sadie's with the performance, and the mayoral race in, Patrice Woodbine bring that motherfucker home. That was like, whoa, like, it was unexpected to me. Like, you know what I mean? Because they shot it so well that Andre was going outside. He got the call. We didn't know what the call was because it was Mayor Kyle was on the thing. Like, yo, man, I just want to congratulate you. And then it flipped and flipped and flipped and flipped. And then Patrice won that bitch. And, man, it was all right. It was all right. Quotables for me. I got my grandmother back. That's all the bitch need. Clifton Murder. He keep on saying that's all he need. He don't want to be happy himself. So to me, it's like Clifford always he putting that shit in the atmosphere all the time, trying to tell himself that because he don't feel like he's worthy enough for a man to love him out in public. Sponsorships expire, royalties last forever. Fair to Sadie's. Mm-hmm. Yo, you wanted my husband to sponsor you, pay you $50K for some coochie for 5 hits. Nah, royalties from this shit gonna be way more than that little $50K, and that you only got $20K. That shit gonna be way more fucking what we trying to do, baby. That Mercedes experience did a whole lot for us.
Yes.
It smelled like bussy in here.
Who said that?
When Ernestine came home and said that shit to Clifford, I said, Kels Bells, Kelly Snow. I said, listen, K Bells. Why the fuck? I still don't understand where K Bells come from, but whatever. They're going to have a problem with that. When I say they, the community. But I mean, I listen, man. We all know what bussy stands for.
It's a term It's a term that is used. It's a term that's used, and I don't think it's one in a derogatory manner or whatnot. That how you thinking it, but it's a term that's used.
I think it's offensive to women. I think that term is offensive to women.
I was not offended. That's a term where I just, even when the first time I heard it was from a 16-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, because that 16-year-old was trying to explain to my daughter what it was, and I was like, what is that? And I was like, wow.
Yeah, I get it. I just say because women are getting kicked around. You know what I mean? They're getting told what to do, as has been since the beginning of time. So it's nothing new. And to say it's unexpected would be tone deaf. Shit should change. But bussy. Like, it's not a pussy, it's your ass. And we all got asses. Shit come out of there. So to say that's a boy pussy. And my thing is, to smell like bussy, I don't want to know what that smell like. I don't want to know what bussy smell like. That's just ridiculous. But Ernestine knew it.
Ernestine knew it, and I just wonder, like me watching it, and I'm me knowing what it is. Yeah. It wasn't nothing for me, but you was like, what? You was sitting there like, what? And then I just can imagine like how many other people was like, didn't get it.
No, I got it. I done heard the shit before. I told you.
I'm just saying, I wonder how many other people may not have gotten that at all and didn't understand it and probably had to look it up and figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Bussy.
But she's Ernestine. She always gonna say something just out there. You know what I'm saying? She was always gonna say something out there. So I like that. That was a quotable for me too. For real it was. Because Ernestine, she always spitting knowledge.
Right.
For me, it was my quotable was Uncle Clifford. I had two. My quote. Well,
Get
if
it
the first
together.
one came
Get
from
it together.
Mercedes,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
and when she was, you know, basically explaining like, you don't tell nobody what you gonna do. This was her being at the end, because Uncle Clifford wanted her to continue to be a dancer for him. Now that Key is gone and Autumn is gone, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I still got my bottom bitch, and he was like, nah, Uncle Clifford, that's my last dance. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
Remember, you
yeah,
told
yeah.
don't. I think now you can't tell nobody what you gonna do. Just let them bitches watch,
Yeah.
which is exactly
Yeah, yeah.
how the very beginning of the first scene was. People was just watching.
Yeah.
They had no expectations. But if you watched her, it was just like how Key got up there and danced.
Yeah.
And she danced like it was her last dance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, nobody expecting that. The other one was
Yeah.
Clifford rule number 88. After he snapped and went off on Autumn, Haley, Lakeisha Savage Knight. I think that was the other last name she had. But after she finds out about the Corbin Kyle canal, she's pissed and angry. Like, I thought we was partners, family, whatever. And he's like, no, no, no. But what he said to Big L and Duffy it was Big L and Diamond after she left. He was like, just because a bitch ain't good at keeping the peace don't mean she ain't good at waging war. I mean, it's like, you always got to be on your tiptoes when it comes to certain people. He came in and thought that, he thought that she was going to, in exchange for what they did for her when it came to Montavious, he thought she was going to act differently. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that she ain't had no family. He's like, the bitch ain't never had no family. You know what I'm saying? So he's thinking that she was going to act different. But you can't put that past nobody, because regardless of what happens, somebody's still going to try to tug at you. That was my quotables.
All right, then let's jump into it then. 7 things to know about episode 210. Big murder. We're going to call him Big Murder.
Yeah, big murder.
Big murder, yo. Going to the stage when he saw all his different transitions and his selves, that was dope. Like, but that's that identity shit. Who the fuck am I? Am I this one? Am I that one? Am I that one or that one? So that was something to look at. It was good to see DJ Never Scared up in there. And that was a bomb ass way to bring Sadie's out, and then murder. That conversation worked like we talked about, and we was talking about that's your favorite scene of the show.
Yeah.
And he told him to cut that shit off. Cut that shit off with the acapella. You know what I mean? With the acapella, at first I didn't know what the fuck murder was gonna do, but that acapella, that shit worked. That shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was.
Then after all that, Diamond and them got everything cleaned up at the club or whatever, made sure everything was straight, kicked out whoever they needed to kick out. Wanted to come out to the world afterwards, but Clifford wouldn't let him. Clifford wouldn't let him. He protected him. But before I get back to that, the way Maine was looking at Dog, it wasn't looking at it like adversarial.
No, it wasn't.
It was looking at him like not I want that, but I'm curious to know. But then he was like, yeah. Remember he was talking to the Sadie's one time, faggot or something like that. That nigga a faggot or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
And she thought he was talking about Uncle Clifford.
Thought he was talking about Uncle Clifford, and he's like, no, the other cat. So, but Clifford, murder keep begging Clifford to say that you gonna let me come out to be with you. And that's crazy. It's like murder's asking for acceptance from Uncle Clifford, and Uncle Clifford don't want to be accepted. It's like crazy. He don't want to be accepted as I can be loved by somebody, and murder wants to love him. Mm-hmm. And Clifford fighting he fighting both of them.
Right, but I think at the same time, Uncle Clifford just wanted to make sure, that he knew what potential consequences could come out of him wanting to be with him and be out with him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you're at a point in your time, you're at a time in your life right now where you can get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the things. LaMarcus, yeah, you can. I'm a 40-year-old man.
Yeah.
You have my age. You got so much more life ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why he kept saying, I'm old enough to know that this is not gonna last forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you come back, you come back. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And some people, I mean, you get up in age like that. That's some people just are like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it is, and we are who we are right now, and that's it. So I don't think he didn't want him to miss an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? More or less be judged, because Uncle Clifford is very comfortable.
Yeah.
And who she is, who he is.
Yeah.
And no issues, and he don't have no issues checking nobody.
Nah.
What he didn't know is, I don't know if Big Murder, LaMarcus is really ready for that.
Right. So then we get to the scene where he gets on a tour bus. Key meets him, getting the money. They're talking about secrets being safe and shit like that. But he decided to stay because she said something to him. She said something to him in that parking lot, like.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what she said to
him. It was basically like, nigga, you don't have to leave if that's what you want. Like.
Yeah, she did say something to that effect.
Yeah, like you might want to stay and fight for that shit, like, or whatever you gonna do, but you ain't got to get this bag. You can get nothing. But she said something in that conversation, and that shit got him to say, you know what, I am gonna stay. And that's when he got the conversation with Clifford, talking about, man, it's all, you running Clifford shit. You running, nigga, like, I'm here. I didn't go on tour. Fuck my career. I'll figure it out. But I can get my own tour. I don't need to be with Tina Snow the whole damn time. I can get my own tour on my own bus.
Right.
So, and then shit, he cried, told Clifford about Big Teak.
Yeah, man.
5, 6, 7. So, you know what I'm saying? Understood how many times, and it is what it is. And I mean, when Murder said, shit, Big Teak might have took his life because of me. You know what I mean? Because after they went to the place to get the chicken, that's when Teak was like, oh, okay, then nigga, like, we can leave then. And then they went around and did shit and the gas station, and then he went to the crib, and then he went to the thing and did himself in.
Yeah. I think Big Teak probably was at a point where he felt like he had nothing else to really live for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he had been struggling anyway, just as it is. But I was glad to see that scene where he was vulnerable enough to have that conversation with Uncle Clifford and let him know, this is what I deal with. This is what I've been dealing with. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm trying to figure out, like, how many times did Lil Murder cry?
Hey, man.
In this, like, he cried a lot.
Emotional.
Like, he was, like, really, like, like, it was scenes I wanted to cry because he was crying. I'm like, man, he was really feeling everything. That was the thing about it. He was feeling everything.
For sure. Very emotional. Very emotional. Murder did that shit in front of everybody, though.
Yeah.
He's fuck it. That's my nigga. Sit his ass on that jukebox.
Pretty brown eyes.
Whistle at that nigga. Hey.
It was the winking for me. It was just all the winking for me. Like, it was, like, I think that first time we saw him wink at Uncle Clifford, I was like, whoa, like, this is for real, for real.
Shit. Dance with that man. Kiss that man in the middle of the dance floor.
In the middle of the dance floor.
In the middle of the dance floor. And everybody was they had the fucking peanut gallery. It was the peanut gallery. Yeah. Everybody, some motherfuckers smiling, some motherfuckers
some of them girls look like they was ready to throw
up in their mouth. Motherfuckers like just shocked. Motherfuckers mad because they wanted like, Big Murder.
Whoa. Yeah, like whoa.
And Clifford was looking for that acceptance from one person, his mama, who always accepted.
And she was right there.
She's right there, and let his guard down. Now, the real shit, this is my unbelievable moment of the show that I saved for right now. Ain't no way in hell, I don't give a fuck who you love. A motherfucker ain't gonna say, dog, all this money you can get now, because we can't get this money tomorrow. We don't know. This a big ass gamble to what the fuck we've been doing to get you the fuck up out of Chuckalisa. And to say I'm in love with Kelly, right? Man, we gotta make it. We gotta be like, yo, like, man.
He wanted to get it all on his own merits, the way he wanted it.
He did get it on his own merits, though. That's his own merit got him to that point.
But it goes back to, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I? I got all these different people about who I am. I see myself looking in the mirror. This is all a part of me, but who am I right now? You know what I'm saying? If I can't be who I am, what's the point? If I can't be who I am and be happy in this,
man, I don't know, Kels.
He was at his most happiest moments when he was with Clifford. He was most vulnerable. He shared more. He talked more. We learned about this character. We learned about who he was, how he felt. I mean, he was genuine. He cared about Uncle Clifford. He cared about Miss Ernestine. He cared about Mercedes. Like, he cared about Keyshawn. Yeah. He cared about a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Patrice Woodbine, Mayor Bishop.
Mayor Bishop.
Mayor Bishop. Was it Mayor Bishop? Mayor Bishop from now on.
Mayor Bishop.
That walk.
The
That walk was a confident, deserved walk. When she walked, did she walk into the office? Or where did she walk? Did she walk up to give a press conference?
No, when she walked into the office, but that's not the walk that I noticed.
Okay, what you know?
The walk that I noticed was when I said, I've just paid attention to how she walked when she walked in Mercedes' gym.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, she just it was sashaying around, like, you know, and it's like the way she walked across her legs while she walking in, just like, you know what I'm saying, very confident. Very confident in who she was and wasn't gonna change for nobody. It didn't matter. Yep, I was a hoe, so what? That's who I was.
Yeah, I believe when she walked to take the acceptance speech or she walked into that office, one of the two. It was one of the two. I'm like, yo.
When she walked to take that acceptance speech, her head was high and
Man.
she was, yeah.
Then she got in the office ripping shit off the wall, sat in that chair, bust her shit.
And got up just as smooth and cool, like ain't nothing happened.
Mayor Bishop from now on. Told the motherfucker, I can rock 2 crowns. Told Sadie's, I can rock 2 crowns. It ain't shit to me.
It ain't.
And that's the part that made me emotional about it. When she came in there, she gave it up to Sadie's. It was a real conversation. It wasn't no beef. Patrice did what she had to do, taking Sadie's money to get the spot for the church, and this is what it led to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it also led to, okay, well, time goes on. Shell's going to rehab now, Sadie. So, you know, she wanted me to have Terica, but, you know, I ain't got no time to be chasing around on 15-year-old type shit. Like,
I done raised my
kids. But then she moved out the way and Terica's right behind her at the door. That shit was, man, well done, Patrice. All that shit was good. That writing, that cinematography, that scene, they did a hell of a job bringing that emotion straight live to the scene. I appreciate them for that shit because as a parent, that shit felt good, especially a parent that you may have had to fight to see your children or, you know what I mean, especially for men. I just looked at the parent shit, not as the dad, the mother, the father, the mom shit. Like, as a parent, that shit felt good that she finally had a chance too. After everything she went through with her daughter, to now she got her daughter. Now she can have her daughter. Now she can raise her daughter in these last few years, and that's what both of them wanted. But they had to figure out a way to get her from Shell. And now Shell got herself in a situation that now they can possibly extend that shit and make it what it needed to be. So that was a beautiful, very beautiful moment. Gave me chills.
Yeah, and I think it was almost like Patrice felt like she owed Mercedes that. Mm. You know what I mean? Because you had the baby. I made you keep her. I made you have her. Mm-hmm. And then I wasn't in a position to help you raise her.
Right.
You ain't in a position to raise her. So she need to go with her father
Right.
and his wife and let them take care of her. Cause you know, I probably wasn't fit to be a mama. I don't want you to be the type of mama that I was, cause you ain't ready. I wasn't ready. You ain't ready. So it was kind of like she owed her that moment.
Yeah.
Owed
Yeah.
her the opportunity to be a mother.
Yeah. Yeah. And with Patrice is like, okay, she didn't want the casino, but that referendum passed. So she got the mayor shit, but that was her main thing she was running on, blocking the casino and try to, this Sodom and Gomorrah, Chuckalisa, I'm trying to stop that shit. So she damn near wanted to get rid of the Pynk, but she didn't want the casino. So this is going to be interesting to see where this story goes. Andre lost the race, but won the war. You know what I mean? He decided to step away from his wife. He decided to make his own life and do what he really wanted to be doing all this damn time himself. Kyle put the battery in his back to step out on his lonely. And he gonna come back and be the first son of Chuckalisa to do what he needed to do, open up that law firm in Chuckalisa. So that was big. And Brittany ass was pissed. She was pissed. What, you thought you was gonna get him back? This is dumb.
She couldn't have.
Come on.
I mean, he broke it down to her so smooth. Like, she told me, where did it go wrong? He was like, the first time we met.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, when we got married.
Yeah, you was sucking
You know
the
what I'm
nigga dick
saying?
who you supposed to marry.
Right. That's what he told her. Like, you should have married him.
Yeah, you should have married him.
You know what I mean? And he said, I'm in love with another woman.
Yeah.
That was the first time he ever, like, because I think the first time I watched it, I missed that part when he was like, I'm in love with another woman. And you in love with another man. You know what I mean? And so I think Andre, yeah, he was able to finally be free from being a person who he thought he should have been. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, he didn't marry, like he said, I ain't married for love. I married for legacy. I was trying to do something else, trying to, you know what I'm saying, be something that I wasn't. You know, in my mind, I killed for you already. You know what I'm saying? I killed my daddy. You wouldn't have married me. And she didn't say anything when he told her, would you have married me if you would have known about my father? And she looked at him and it was like, she couldn't say nothing because she knew she wouldn't have. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like, put your mask on.
Yeah.
Your other mask, your fake mask.
Yeah.
and let's go out here and let's play like we all good.
Yeah, and he went to go see his daddy in jail, so.
Yeah, I went to go see his dad in jail. So that's going to be interesting next season.
But Haley left.
Haley is gone.
He was like, you know, what do you want to talk to me about? She was like, nigga, it don't even matter no more.
The words that hunt us are the ones we never hear.
Man. All right. Uncle Clifford. Ernestine is still here. That was a great thing. We saw the whole body Uncle Clifford, though. We saw Uncle Clifford in motherfucking knee highs. That's knee highs and draws, Uncle Clifford.
Yes.
So, you know, following this, the story, he was ready to let LaMarcus go, but, you know what I'm saying, it didn't work out that way. Ernestine came through like a hurricane through when she came home, and we find out now that Uncle Clifford's mother, they insinuated that she died from the virus, from having HIV, which led to AIDS. That's what they insinuate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is a great way, writing. That's what they have, great writers on this show, to tie that into Clifford's life, because that's why the safe sex is very important to him, because of the history and the perception of gay man, transgender man, gay man and transgender women. That's where that runs rampant at, still to this day.
Yeah.
So that means they're having a lot of unprotected anal sex. You know what I mean? So to know mom's passed away from AIDS, I can't pass away from AIDS.
Right.
So that's why he was drilling murder about who you was with. You was with somebody, was you safe?
Yep.
So that when I say that was a great ass piece of writing,
It was.
thumbs up to the writers, man, because they did what the fuck they were supposed to do with that piece to tie it in for the people that paid attention.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I loved how they did that. That really brought it home for us. Because maybe some people didn't catch it.
No, people didn't catch it. And that's why y'all fuck with us. That's why we got to be on TV so y'all can see how we really get down. Got to be on YouTube, man. This is what Joe Budden and them always would say. We're potting now, baby. When you get into your shit, this type of shit, we're potting now.
Yeah.
Like, fuck with us. Uncle Clifford, now everything has come to fruition. When we get into Corbin, Uncle Clifford gave Haley that $250,000 check that Kyle gave him. We know why, because Clifford gave Kyle the game to make sure, regardless, they get the motherfucking casino.
That's right.
The casino.
Casino.
And to get this bitch up out of Clifford shit because she wasn't good for the fucking brand.
Absolutely.
I need your help, Kyle. We're going to play this bitch. We're going to lay this bitch down. And he gave her that check and told Haley right about the Pynk. This shit is about legacy. This is about my ancestors. Fuck you, bitch. I thought you had good intentions. You ain't had good intentions. Fuck you, bitch. We had to kill a motherfucker for you and all this shit. Bitch.
Even
like,
after
crazy.
we killed somebody for you, you still want to come in here and clown and act stupid and like you don't owe us?
Bitch, she owed Clifford and Mercedes.
Absolutely.
And Big L.
Everybody.
And Diamond. But
and Diamond.
she really owes Sadie. Sadie's pulled that trigger for her.
That's what I'm saying.
And all this shit you done left in the background, she did get to feeling herself. When she was the owner and all that shit, got to try to do all this other little funny shit, which some of the moves were great that she did. I'm not going to take it away from Haley. But yeah, Clifford was trying to get back that control so he can keep that shit under wraps and do things that needed to get done the right way.
Absolutely.
In his vision, in his spot, in his family spot. So
that's right.
So I ain't had no problem with that. And Big L and Diamond, the motherfuckers had the fucking shit on. They had the black smocks like with the chainsaw.
They was ready.
Like, bitch, we'll cut you up right now. We ain't got no problems with none of this shit.
Like, we done did it before.
She got her ass.
She was talking about, what about my interest?
Which,
with the 250.
Which is a fact because Big L and Clifford was fucking off the bread. In the beginning of this season, they had so much money to make it through the pandemic, and they was just, because Clifford wanted to take care of the girls.
Absolutely.
So to her, you fucking the money off, nigga. We might not know when we could open back up, and they was taking care of the girls. So she got her money back that they was taking care of the girls with. So it all worked out in the end. Interest. She took it. She had access to the shit. But like Clifford told her, Clifford told her, bitch, I own 30% of the motherfuckers, so I can make deals without you.
Yeah, he broke down all the rules. Mississippi rule. That's why I was called Mississippi rule, because it was plenty of rules he was talking about up in this episode. Plenty of rules down to the property.
Mississippi rule.
Yes.
Mississippi rule. All right. Sadie's. She did her thing out there with murder. Farrah sent her a picture and a $30,000 check. She got her dance studio now. She got Terica. What Maine told her to tell that faggot nigga to watch his back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why people be scared to say faggot, nigger, and all that shit. Like, it was in the show, man. Like, the F word. I'm not going to say the F word, fam. They said it in the show, fam. I'm whatever. So, but she stepped to Maine about Clifford. But that ain't who Maine was talking about. I mean, she walked up to Maine like, motherfucker, I'll whoop your ass. Man, I will whoop your punk motherfucking ass, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. You gonna have to kill me. But Sadie's knew then.
Yeah, that's when it clicked for her.
That's when it clicked for her. Sadie's knew then and then told Clifford last night was her last dance. We touched on most of this earlier. But that conversation in that kitchen, that was like, that's just, that was a lot of strippers can understand what that moment means for them to get out at a young age, still looking good, and got all that money to blow and didn't have to, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The wear and tear of being a stripper and your reputation and your name out here. She was able to do it right because she done created a whole new life for herself.
Whole new life. And still gonna have money coming just from, the
studio, from the Mercedes experience.
The Mercedes experience, all of that. She just didn't see all that coming off. No, I think it all came so quickly and so fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The 30K.
Yeah.
And then you got your daughter.
Yeah.
And then you find out you still have royalties that could potentially come from the Mercedes experience. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So it's gonna be interesting to see. And she probably now she gonna be like what she tell her mama. Her mama said, "Why you got that pole up in here? I thought this was in the gym."
Man. But,
She was like, "I got this up here for old bitches to show old bitches like you gotta
man,
dance."
man.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
got at her for that truck stunt.
I mean, yeah, literally.
She got at her a
Got
little
at her.
bit.
Like you was looking a hot mess, and you know what
I
I'm
could have
saying.
gave you some lessons. Like,
You should have. You could have came and got some lessons from the Mercedes experience,
oh
like the
man,
professional. Like, come on.
man.
But yeah, yeah. I'm glad to see, and I don't know what is Mercedes about 30.
She was like
About
30.
30, 31, somewhere in
Yeah,
there, like
32
that.
type shit.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and I'm glad she did put the poll in there because she can teach that along with her dance studio for the little girls, but she can teach that to the grown women. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a great form of exercise. Like, it ain't all about everything else. Like,
It's great exercise.
Keyshawn showed you how to do it right. You ain't got to be fucking and sucking. You know what I mean?
Don't.
You ain't got to be tricking and licking. You can just do your shit and get the fuck up out of there. Make your
Right,
money.
absolutely.
Make your money. You
Make
ain't got to do
money,
none of
go
that
home.
shit. Yeah. Shout out to
You
Sadie.
ain't got to roulette it.
She ain't got to roulette.
I ain't got to roulette it.
Ms. Haley, Lakeisha, Savage, Fenty, White Knight. Andre had to play the game with his wife, so she had to fall back. He asked her to leave and shit. He had to play the game. And then when Georgia didn't need her no more, I'm like, it's a wrap. Bitch, I tried to give you $5 million last week. Now I don't need you.
And you calling me for $15 million. That was the crazy part. Like, I need you to chill and figure out what's going on. It was like you was moving way too fast. Now you asking for man. She just killed all her little dreams.
All her little shit.
She was like, I don't need you. I don't need you.
I don't need the Pynk.
It's like, where my $15 million, bitch?
Man.
I was like, what?
Yeah, and she called her a real long ass drawn out biatch. Georgie did at the end.
Georgie or something else.
Georgie motherfucking G. And the motherfucking double R. And that Rolls Royce.
She messed up, dog. Like, that's just what she did. But hey, she got some money.
Yeah, but got the water brought to her. She got the money that she stole from Montavious. You right back at square one.
That's it.
Right back at square one. Fucked off that $5 million. But you know, she got that $250K back from Uncle Clifford. Got the $46K from him as well. So she got the $300K. But she took her trash bag and got the fuck up out of there. Like she told Key, like, yo, you don't live where you need to live at. You keep your shit in the bag for whenever you got to hit it. And shit, she had to get the fuck up out of there because shit, it would come to a situation where they might have to kill her. What I don't like is that now you done brought all that funk to that motherfucker now. And now you got one of the realest niggas in the game fucked off because of your ass because they got the diamond.
Yeah. She came through like a storm, dog. That's how I looked at it. Like she just came through. She came through real quiet. But then once she got the little money, that's when it all went downhill. And then the whole situation with Montavious, and they're helping you. It's just like you created all this bull. And then you hit it and you leave. And all these people are left behind to clean up your mess. Or a potential mess that's coming through. Because it ain't done yet. That's the part that we'll have to wait to see next season.
Yeah, but Diamond got cut up by the big bone shit. We knew she was Delta Vo after the way she's looking at the ring. And then last weekend, she sent a picture. And the nigga talking about, man, that's too easy just to kill you in the trunk, nigga. So, they're going to torture cuz. Like, it is what it is. They're not going to find a body. So, it might be R.I.P. to Diamond and shit. Like, all over Haley, though.
Yeah, I don't know, though. My thing is like, that scene right there, once Diamond got into the truck and into the back of the trunk. We saw the flashes of, and we heard the guns going off like it was like a military type scene. He was, and for me, I saw that as him going back into that mode. It was like survival mode. Like he was going into that survival. I think that's what that kind of represented.
Yeah,
like it was like a switch that turned on for him. Once he realized, okay, this shit is for real. Like it's almost like this done happened before to him. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been captured before.
Yeah, because it seemed like he was fighting two chicks and the dude with the gun. It was two chicks. That was because it was Big Bone and it was the one it was a shorter woman that had the knife that he blah blah blah. She stuck and bow. Then Big Bone came and got Big Bone off him, and then Nick came with the strap. Like, hold up,
I thought that was her.
That stabbed him.
Yeah,
I thought it might have been Big. It was one of the women, Big Bone, or the first woman he was fighting.
that was the only one he was fighting. That's the one who came up right behind him.
But it was three of them.
I thought I only saw two.
No, it was a small, shorter woman. Then Big Bone came, and then Dog with the strap. Yeah, we gonna see. Corbin Kyle, referendum passed. Corbin Kyle Canal is where the casino will be built on, so all this shit was for nothing. Thank you, Uncle Clifford. Cutting Haley ass out of everything, which is karma, because she was an opportunist anyway. Mm-hmm. But the brothers played that shit off well. They played that shit off so fucking well.
Yeah, because we had no idea. That his brother had set it up like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, he making it seem like he hate his brother. Mm-hmm. You know, Corbin making it seem like he hate his brother. I can't even remember what his damn name was. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, he made it seem like he hated him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I remember the conversation that they had in his brother's office. Mm-hmm. That conversation where he was like, you know, you still mad because we took your fire truck, I crushed your fire truck, and we locked you in the basement and all this type of stuff. Like, why you look at everything you got. Our daddy did his due diligence, and you know what I'm saying. You were the secret, but he took care of the secret.
Yeah, Wayne Kyle.
Yeah,
Wayne Kyle. Yeah.
So I mean, you know, it was like, come on, let's figure out a way to get this money.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. I ain't gotta be mayor. We just got to get this referendum passed.
And I mean, he came out there, had that robe on after getting his ass. But then to make us, I mean, I probably want to look at the symbolism a little bit more for Clifford to whip him like that, to give him that pain, but to give Clifford the money to get his shit back for the idea. And then he came out the next morning with that motherfucking silk robe on and yelled and screamed. His brother just sat there with that smirk on his face like, hell yeah, we did this shit. While they digging that shit the next morning. They digging the canal on their property. Mm-hmm. Man.
Well, I think by then the canal was already in the works because it was something that the city officials had passed. It was something that they had passed before his brother left office, and that was the thing. He made sure whatever it was that he could build that canal off their property. He made sure that could happen before he left office. So at that point, it didn't matter who won for them.
No, it didn't matter because the referendum passed, but we built a canal and it's going to be on the water and we're going to build it on our shit.
Absolutely.
We got the prime real estate.
We got prime real estate.
Fuck the Pynk. Damn, boy. Whew. All right, and our girl Keyshawn, man, she got the car, fly to the car. Murder gave her the loot he owed her. Told Murder he can go. He told Murder he can got to her stepmom. What? Told Murder something. Told Murder he can go get him somebody. So then she got to her stepmom's crib, and Alicia, that look on Alicia's face. We was talking about that last night. Why the fuck is Alicia looking like that?
Because like what the mama say? Oh, I wish you lucky to have somebody to help you with your kids. Ain't that right, Alicia? Mm-hmm. So it was like she was cutting her daughter down, like she must have some kids or whatever, and she ain't got nobody taking care of her kids. That's how I looked at it. Because when I looked at it the second time, I'm like, she said that, you know what I'm saying? And she was the prize daughter, so to speak, for the mother. So you got here it is, Keyshawn. You got Derek taking care of your kids, whatever taking care of your kids is, because Derek is an asshole. You know what I'm saying? He's an abuser of his children and the mother of his children. So, yeah, it was that right there, that whole scene. As soon as she said, well, Derek, I saw Regal and
yeah.
Here we go. Messy Luke's.
Derek called CPS on her and blamed the abuse on her. I love that they showed that piece of racism, right? You got the young black woman, 3 white people up in there. I mean, that white woman was giving her the business. You motherfuckers like you and you motherfuckers and all this shit and
But
you still.
But we know that that's not what she was really saying. You know what I'm saying? That was what Keyshawn was hearing. Because at that point, she was
That
at
lady
her
was going crazy in on. She was going in on her ass.
Yeah, she was. But that's what Keyshawn was hearing. You know what I'm saying? That's what she was hearing at that point. In her mind, this white lady is telling me that you ain't shit and y'all never take care of y'all kids, when that's not what it was. You know what I'm saying? That's just what she was hearing. She was already gone by then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She was already on 1,000.
Yeah, but the lady was like, you know what I'm saying? She was giving it to her though, so then she just snapped and attacked Derek in front of everybody. I'm like, baby, you had all this motherfucking time to attack Derek, do some shit to Derek, and you chose right now at this opportunity, like, fucked yourself. So now she going down, called Diamond from jail and asked him to take care of it, and that's when he went outside and got his ass stuck and fucked.
Yeah.
Now you need a nigga. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What she gonna do next season?
We know Keyshawn ain't going nowhere because you got 6 months.
You got 6 months.
Here's the thing, though. You know, Derek, like you think he's been playing stupid all this time. Derek has been really, really smart about this whole situation. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if Derek really, really wanted to get rid of Keyshawn. So him and his kids and possibly go back to his parents so he probably can't fuck with his parents until he get rid of her. They'll take the kids because remember the one time he was like, yeah, next time they want you to come. She's like, why I ain't come this time, motherfucker? Like the one time he went over somebody's crib, so
yeah.
That's that shit. That's that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Can you smell what the rock is cooking? All right, so what do we predict? Because I showed them put it in here because shit, it don't even matter. But we can't show change. So let me go back and grab it. What do we predict? Where we at? Is it fact? I need to know about the cat. I need to know about that cat. Is it fat like that? Can I see it from the back? When you bend over and poke it out, can I put it up in your...
So, what do we predict?
Hold on, let me get it together. Oh, man. Clifford sees our big murder would get out of Chuckalisa. Murder wants to out himself. And he said, no. We said, no, nigga.
But he did.
Brittany's mad, talking about how this is how you get back at me. Yes, you deserve it, bitch. Key and Murder make a pack about their secrets. Her leaving any sexuality out. Patrice has white gloves all around her when she was around her people at the church. They're praying, laying hands on her. And she ended up winning the mayoral race. Farrah wants to make some deals with Sadie's. And I said, take that weak ass wig off. But she's giving her royalties now for her Mercedes experience.
She made that was an amazing deal.
And the conversation they were having about deals can be made still, it's kind of like Farrah was like, bitch, that's it, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree, almost, I'll pay you for royalties, but we good because you won't let me eat the cooch.
I don't know about all that. I think that she wanted her to know, because Mercedes did think $30,000 was for Coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was like, no, that's what you deserve. That's what you owe. That's what I owed you.
Right.
In so many words, because, I created a situation, but out of that situation that was created, you know what I'm saying, you brought some things out of me that I didn't know I had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like that creative spark.
Yes.
Was there for me, or you brought it into my life at that particular moment. Like I had lost who I was, and just having you come in and giving me the Mercedes experience, then that created a whole new life for me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yes.
And I think she said she walked away with nothing.
Yeah, she ain't nothing.
Farrah was like nothing.
I don't need none of that
all.
shit.
I ain't need none of that, and that was key for me, because Farrah knew what she had then.
Yeah, she had.
She knew what she had. She knew that she had something in her that Mercedes was able to bring out through that experience.
The spark. Spark. Andre asked Autumn about Promised Land, giving her what she wanted at the end. So which we know that shit didn't happen. So we seen multiple people screaming that was just getting that shit off. Next season, what we thinking about? What you thinking about?
Wow. Next season? Well, we know Keyshawn is going to be in jail.
6 months, baby.
I mean, she's going to be in jail. We don't know how long she'll be in jail. She attacked Derek. So we're going to see that come off right away.
Yeah.
I just don't know what we're going to see come out of. I don't know what we're going to see come from Clifford. I don't know. That's the piece that I'm missing.
All right. So
We know Big L ain't going nowhere.
well, here we go. Let's do it like this. We talked about one of the dancers dying. Not a one died.
Not one.
So we're good with that. I was wrong. Not Key, not Sadie's, but Haley is Ghost. And I believe she's done for the series. She left him to deal with all the bullshit from the Delta Vote niggas. You know what I'm saying? Diamond had the ring for protection. It didn't work. And Diamond was the one is Diamond the one that's killed off the show then? Because that might be it for Diamond. He might just get killed off the show like that, and we know Haley gone too.
I don't know about Diamond getting killed off the show.
Man, that's tough. That's gonna be a lot to whatever. So so now, all right, we'll throw that out there. I'll throw the lob to you. So we have cliffhangers. All right, Clifford and murder. What do you think?
I mean, how much more can we get? I mean, we saw a whole lot. I mean, I just don't know.
I mean, he could come out at home. Is he gonna come out to the world? Like, I mean, like, he's gonna be in love. So now you gotta rap. Is he still rapping the same? He's gonna still rap the same because he could be gangster and gay.
Yeah.
Most of the hardest niggas out here be double dipping because they done been in jail.
Yeah.
So he can still do this gangster shit. He can still do his little murder shit. Murder. Sadie's. She got Terica now. She got the dance studio. She rolling.
Yeah, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. The whole situation with Terica, I don't know how long that's gonna last. Cause Shell's gonna go to rehab. She gonna come out. She gonna want her daughter back. That's gonna be a fight. That's gonna be a struggle.
I could see Coach coming to try to get her now and like, baby, I want you, I need you, marry me type shit. You know what I mean? Because he's a sucker. Any nigga that paid $10,000 for some cooch, though, I don't know. He a sucker.
You got a large bank account.
I wouldn't pay $10 for no pussy.
What you won't pay with $10 for, somebody else will.
Absolutely.
And somebody else has.
Keyshawn, we talked about her already. She in jail. We don't know how for long. Diamond, we don't talked about him. You think he's alive? I say his ass is dead. They're not finna torture him and he get out and he got a cut. That wound is gonna bleed out, nigga. Like, unless you get a tourniquet on the bitch, you can't get a tourniquet around your waist. That nigga got to get treatment. And the way they stabbed him, look like they stabbed him down there in his kidney. So man, Diamond, it ain't looking good for Diamond. I want him to live, but it ain't looking good for him.
Yeah.
And then Haley Bone. Haley, she smiled at the camera and disappeared like a ghost, like shit. So she in the wind with one trash bag. In the wind.
Yeah. She is.
And she had plans, but remember she told Keyshawn, I can't tell you where I'm going next. She's like, I can't tell you. And then Keyshawn, I ain't telling you where I'm going either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, but if Haley done all good, Haley, you did your job. You did your job with the show.
The one character we didn't talk about was Roulette.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She had that small ass little piece, but that was a big, powerful piece.
Yeah, but you know, like it's gonna be interesting what she gonna do when we come back to the next season, because clearly Uncle Clifford's friend, I don't remember her name. I don't remember her name. I mean, she's gonna be back. Because they had that whole conversation in the bathroom.
Yeah, like, you gonna
tell? You took care of Toy.
Yeah.
You took care. Word is you took care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I hear everything. Once again, here we got all these people that hear every damn thing in the bank.
Chocolate.
So, you know, and so she was saying, like, I'm you don't have nothing like me. You don't have nothing like
and
me.
you know what that means.
So it's cats out here that want this because I got something that you ain't got.
That bussy.
And so that's and
No, that's what she was saying.
roulette with the gun popping and the
Man.
looking her up and down. I
Looking
was
up
just
and down like, can I sell this bitch?
like, okay, all right,
Can
all
I
right,
sell
all
this
right,
bitch?
all right. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. We gonna see.
Can I sell this bitch?
So if roulette come back, then Duffy is back.
Yeah. I mean, but Duffy was there. Duffy was there with the shit that was going on.
Yeah.
Like he was helping Ernestine, moving the jukebox and all that shit. So yeah, it's going. Big L still was around. So I mean, shit, it is what it is.
I wonder if Keyshawn's friend gonna come back. Gidget.
Shit.
I wonder if Gidget is gonna come back. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Because that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
To create a storyline around that piece, but I can't wait to. We learned about Keyshawn and her history. We learned a little bit about Uncle Clifford and his history, and Ernestine. I think it's time next season for us to really learn about who the murder really is, where he come from, how this all came to be. You know what I mean? It's gonna be. I think you need to go in, but I know what they'll do is they'll go in depth with Andre. For sure, next season, because he's going to see his dad. So we got to go all the way back to who Andre is, all the way up to the moment of, you know what I'm saying, when he probably got married or whatever the situation is. So.
And then I think Keyshawn was the one we didn't know a lot of information about. Everybody else, bits and pieces were sprinkled throughout the first 2 seasons until we got halfway through the second. Then we had, Keyshawn's episode. Mm-hmm. Everybody else, we done had sprinkles of who the fuck they are, what happened to them, why they had. So, as a main character, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like what would be the reasoning? But I could see them doing it. But shit, they've been doing it the last few episodes. Mm-hmm. Just not dedicating a whole episode to it. But good writing.
For sure, Diamond, they're going to take us back, though.
If Diamond is alive, man.
He going to be alive. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be alive, but it's going to take us back.
Man.
That's going to take us back to, you know what I'm saying, probably his military, you know what I'm saying, his military battles and, I don't want to say battles, but just his military life and everything he went through.
Yeah, but don't nobody want to see that shit.
Yeah. It might be instrumental in how he survives. We just don't know.
Man, that nigga, man.
You know what I'm saying? It might be really
Pull
instrumental.
that shit out, boy.
Diamond is something
Pull that
else,
shit out, boy. I mean, because the thing is, Big Bone can't be around. So Big Bone gonna be gone. You got Big Bone gone. You got Haley gone. You got motherfuckers that's out now. You know what I mean? They out of the show. Big Bone ain't coming back. She can't come back because then Diamond gonna have to kill her on the show. You know what I mean? So it's a wrap. So, but that's it. That's just what I think. Think we good.
Yeah.
Think we good. Everybody, much love, much support. We appreciate it. I thank you from our beautiful, wonderful co-host for showing up and showing out for 10 weeks in a row. We get it together. Sometimes we early, sometimes we late, but we make sure we get y'all what y'all need all the time, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you have, always share this. Let people notice what we do, and we try to give y'all a little gift. Next year, I believe we will be trying to go live after the show to give reactions so y'all can come in with us. If anybody know me and Kels, we had a podcast, Love Affair Discussions, that we just put on mute for a while. It's been like 2 years. It's been like shit. It's been like 2.5 years that we haven't done it, but we used to go live and do shit. And those all in, look up the Love Affair Discussions on the Konfidence in the Klutch podcast network. See how me and Kels used to get down to shit we want to talk about. But I thank you, Kels, from the bottom of my heart, because you came and did what ain't nobody else did. And that's jump in the studio with me. You the first one up in this motherfucker, so man.
Kels is in the building.
It's the queen. She the queen of the network. Shit,
the building.
you was in the dining room, now you in the studio room.
In the studio room.
Yeah, we in the bedroom. We got the bedroom studio. That's what we doing.
Yes,
it's all good.
Yes.
Much
Studio
love.
is amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing.
Trying to get her to jump in on other pods, but we'll see what she do, y'all. So, like
Yeah.
always, y'all, till next season.
Stay tuned.
Stay
We're gonna
tuned.
see what I do. See what Kels Bells do.
See what Kels Bells do. Kelly Snow. Kelly Snow. To next season, y'all. Thank you to the writers, the actors, the gaff boys, the first assistants, the chefs, the fucking makeup artists, the fucking wardrobe stylists,
Oh
the
my God,
stunt
the
doubles,
wardrobe stylists,
the
yes.
strippers that was doing all the moves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The music supervisor and
Oh my God, yes. Who was in charge of the music? It was on point every single scene.
every single scene.
Yes. Yes.
Katori Hall, thank you for your vision for your play Pussyland, what this done turned into.
Man, Katori is the GOAT, like for real.
Yeah.
And like honestly, it's just gonna be great to see what else comes out of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's an amazing,
Yeah.
creator. She definitely, the content that she pushes out there is great. It's
All the sisters that directed, because if I'm not mistaken, black women directed every show.
I believe so.
All black women. Shout out to all you sisters that directed the show, y'all. You women are phenomenal, and just thank y'all for giving us something to talk about. You know what I mean, this is when it's a business. What Rock say on Raising Candy today? She said, it's a business if you're making money. It's a hobby if you're not. So, shit, this is my hobby. We ain't making money like that. So therefore, to make y'all show part of our hobby to do what niggas do, we appreciate that. You know what I mean? It's giving us our 10,000 hours to make us experts at this shit. I think we did pretty well. So
yeah, I appreciate the fact that this whole show takes place in the South.
oh shit,
Down in the Delta where the girls get naked.
Yeah, she know how I feel about
Man,
Confederate states.
Listen, man, I had to catch myself so many times, like after watching the show, like it just my accent, my southern accent, it just slips, it comes in. You be trying,
What?
you be trying. It come out just a little bit from watching it, but you. It ain't. But man, mine it just goes there automatically.
Last week you did that shit twice.
I want to try to.
Man, this shit came out for real. Like damn.
For real.
Yeah, twice last week. That shit was crazy.
But hey, I mean, I appreciate the fact that it's a show that's taking place in the Dirty South, down in the Delta, Mississippi, Chucalissa, just everything. It's just amazing. Katori Hall, you the bomb. That's all I gotta say.
And to all you hating punk motherfuckers out there, how about this? You not perfect every day in your life, so if they slip up on the dialect, if y'all don't want to see the man-on-man shit, if y'all don't want to see the man-on-woman shit, if y'all want to see the woman-on-woman shit, if it's too many sex scenes, whatever it is, don't watch the shit.
Or we're glorifying strippers and
all that shit. It ain't for you.
It's not for you. This is entertainment at the end of the day. But it's also dropping some true nuggets about life in general.
You can learn anything from
Uncle Clifford.
Anybody if you want to. Shit.
All the rules. Uncle Clifford rule number 5,692. Man, all you gotta do is listen.
No doubt.
They be dropping knowledge on here. Seriously.
No doubt.
Nothing but knowledge.
No doubt.
And game.
No doubt. Next season, y'all. We'll see y'all in about shit. Let me see. We'll see y'all in about 10 and a half months, motherfucker. We'll be back in this bitch, man. But until then, man, keep checking in with the network. But do two things for me, y'all. Stay safe, stay dangerous, and get your confidence together, get your clutch together. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com, wherever you listen to your podcast. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Subscribe, share, rate, and review. It's important. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram at K&K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Weekly. Deezy, D's, that's Diesel's Don P, Don D, Deezy D. And Kels, Bells, K Bells, Kelly Snow. Host of Pynk, Reverberation podcast, a Confidence in the Klutch podcast about the hit TV series P Valley. Have a safe and healthy night, y'all. Have a safe and healthy rest of the year, y'all. We'll see y'all. Man, come back. We love y'all. You listening during the daytime, create a great day on purpose, y'all. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence.